so they have to parasite off the creativity of the target population. That's what the system does. Look at banking. What else is that but an exercise in parasites? And these people, which manifest as many world leaders and all the rest of it I'll come to, are pathological liars. What is a pathological liar? An inversion of truth, inversion. And they'll do whatever it takes to get their end goal through controlling perception. And what do the Islam and pre-Islamic world say about the jinn? They can manipulate humans by creating illusions.
The narcissist, the golden child, and the scapegoat. I've referenced in previous videos the relationship that the government or the establishment, the empire, whatever you want to call it, the relationship that that system has with the people is this parenting type of relationship. Well, where they provide you your freedom, they provide you your resources, they build the roads, they give you your education, they give you your food, they dam up the rivers to give you your water. And you're supposed to feel some sort of gratitude for this. You are forced into feeling this connection. You're forced into feeling this familial connection with the origins of the establishment. So you're forced to feel this connection to Christopher Columbus by having a Christopher Columbus Day. You're forced into Christianity by having Easter, Christmas, and all of these other narcissistic parent control measures. So these are for people who know what I'm talking about when I reference the narcissist, the golden child, and the scapegoat. There's also something in this psychological whirlpool called the flying monkeys. And the flying monkeys act as drones for the narcissistic parent or whatever it's called. These flying monkeys can be seen as the police department, the education system, even the conspiracy theorists like the TYTs, the mainstream media. Definitely, these are the flying monkeys of the narcissistic consciousness, this colonial narcissistic consciousness that has had a grip on the whole of consciousness for however many hundreds of years now. You want to call it, it's grown, so there's no real starting point there, but it does exist. So you have the flying monkeys, which are the thought processes. They are the mechanisms that are used to reinforce the narcissistic belief systems and the narcissistic control measures and the narcissistic, more specifically, the narcissistic control supply. So in a narcissistic parenting relationship, the children are sources of narcissistic supply. In society, the source of narcissistic supply, the people are the supply. The institutions that the people feed into are the supply, the narcissistic supply for the narcissistic dictator, the narcissistic identity. So this is all going into the blueprints of the mind control that I've been referencing in the last few years now. I've only just recently come about this information specifically. One of the videos just popped up on YouTube it was from a channel called New Mind Frame. I've shared in a community post one of her videos. I shared one of her videos. I've also shared her channel on my channel too, so you can go click on it. If you can't go through the community post, then you can find her channel, new underscore, I think it's an underscore. But if you just type in new NU and then mind frame, all one word. The new is NU space and then mind frame, one word. You'll see her videos. Amazing work she's doing. Highly recommend checking out her channel. But for more information going into this narcissistic parent relationship specifically, I would say go check her channel out and show some support over there. But for this video, I wanted to take that observation and expand it to the narcissistic dictatorship of colonialism. My personal interactions with the narcissistic parent do exist. I was a scapegoat in my family. My brother was the golden child, and my little sister was the what they call the lost one. These are all very kind of loose interpretations. Food relationship that people have within the narcissistic family is a sense of narcissistic supply, because the children or the people weigh themselves down. That creates a codependent relationship with the parental figures or the narcissistic parents. Their source of energy to keep the children close is food that fills their body up, but doesn't fill their inner bodies up. There's no doesn't fill their inner bodies up. There's no nutrients, even on the physical, psychological, or spiritual. There's no natural, organic kind of connection there. But just like you can go to a McDonald's and live off McDonald's your entire life, the education system acts as a sense of narcissistic fuel or narcissistic supply for the narcissistic power, the controllers, by having something to look forward to. So like I've been saying in previous videos, this system is about stealing your time. And this system is about stealing your time. And a way to see what that means on a deeper level is that what I was saying is that your consciousness, your time is precious. But that's just an explanation of something that's obvious. In a psychological perspective, the time that's within the time that is stolen in that relationship is not just stolen just because they're bad people or whatever it is. It's a sense of fuel. It's a supply. So the way things are in society are that way on purpose, because that chaos, that dysfunction in society acts as a supply for the controllers. It not only acts as a supply, but it also acts as a measure of higher than. So you can see, like, just as the parents might not even be shit, but they are some kind of shit because they are higher than the child. So they are a parent. This is why I've been breaking down in these previous videos, this pride shit in being a mother and father ain't shit, because there's no real definitions there. The same way there's no real definitions of love. There's no substance there. It's just a thing. So how the fuck are you proud of just having sex and popping a baby out? Like, there's nothing to be proud there. But look at the mainstream media. Look at the glorification of parenthood. There's no glorification of being a great parent, to be a knowledgeable parent. There's nothing there. It's So that means there's a reason behind why parenting is promoted in society. Another thing is that the narcissistic control government needs to, I've referenced this in previous videos, the king and the queen. So the household function acts as a microcosm of the macrocosm that is the king and the queen over the masses. I've said this in previous videos. I can't actually say which videos it was, but I remember saying it a lot, but it was really refreshing to see this broken down from a psychological perspective, and I hadn't even really done any of the research to figure it out. Like, I hadn't heard about the golden child, the scapegoat, and the lost one ever until last night, really. But I knew that there was something there. I had the observation, but I didn't have the names of what it was until just last night. So the family dynamics become, this is basically the nuts and bolts of why the sandcastle empire needs to be consistently reinforced into your reality on not only a daily basis, but a momentary basis. So on and every day, every moment of the day, there's something that reinforces you being attached to this narcissistic reality. You can look at the mainstream media, the education system, the drive to be, or the push to be successful. The food makes you codependent. So in the narcissistic family relationship, the food relationship that people have with within the narcissistic family, the food relationship that people have within the narcissistic family, the food relationship that people have within the narcissistic family is a sense of narcissistic supply, because narcissistic family is a sense of narcissistic supply because